Candace Nelson is the founder of Sprinkles Cupcakes. Take a look at 4 things she does to give her a really strong virtual presence.
We finally got through our first holiday season, which was nuts.
Number 1, she's wearing a dark top to stand out from her light background.
So my husband and I had finally gotten through this holiday season. We thought we were about to die. We were actually looking forward to a slow January.
Number 2, notice her framing. She's taking up the center third of the screen with just 1 to 2 fingers of space between the top of her head and the top of the frame.
And it was actually a slow day. We were, cleaning up early. We'd turned the ovens off. We were going to send our team home early for once that day. And the phone rings and it says Harpo Studios on the caller ID. I didn't think anything of it because they had an office in Santa Monica and they would order cupcakes all the time. But there was a producer on the other line and she said, Oprah loves your cupcakes. And after I pretty much collapsed and then gathered myself again, I said, really? She does? And they said, yes, she'd love some. And I said, great. How can we get them to her? And she said, well, she'd actually love 350 of them in Chicago for her studio audience tomorrow morning. And I had no idea how I was going to do that. But I said, no problem. And I hung up the phone. I yelled back, fire up the ovens. I baked and frosted those cupcakes, stacked them up into shopping bags, went through TSA, which is already annoying enough, like put in box the x-ray machine, and got her on a red eye with nothing but those cupcakes and the clothes on my back.
Number 3, her body language. She has awesome facial expressions through this whole interview, and she's really intentional about bringing her hand gestures into view of the camera so they can help emphasize her points.
And the next morning, my husband came with me and we were backstage at the Oprah Winfrey Show. All of a sudden, the servers come out delivering these cupcakes to the studio audience. And Oprah Winfrey just delivered this love letter to our cupcakes. And it was just unbelievable.
Number 4, her attention. At no point during this do we see her look down to the corner at the reflection of herself. Instead, the whole time she's looking at her audience, gauging their reaction and establishing that virtual connection. Every once in a while, we see her look off screen to think or imagine what she's talking about. That doesn't break her connection. If anything, it just makes her seem more present and unscripted.